So today we will learn about how to use the check button within the tkinter GUI inside the Python. The compiler we are using is the PyCharm IDE. So first we will do one thing, we will import all the packages from our library. So we will write from tkinter import star or static. So what it means that static simply means that all the functions and all the methods within the tkinter library is now exposed to our programming window, so we can use all of them in our program. Now we will create our GUI and tk function, tk with uppercase letter. Okay, we have equalized it to the master variable. You can change it, you can write some other variable like root or anything like that, okay, if you want, and this will create our main GUI. So now our main GUI is created. Now we have to go for two labels. So labels are just, you must know that labels are just the text in order to label something. So we will write label function. So what this label function will do, it will create one label for us, okay, and you have to take care about the spelling of this function, that is label. Okay, you can change the variables, you can change the variable names, but you cannot alter the names of the functions. Now this root variable within the parenthesis means that label must be on this GUI, that is with the name root. Okay, and what needed to be written on the what's called as the label. So we will write your pet, okay, that what your pet is, okay, your pet, and we will write colon here, text is equal to your pet. After it we will write dot grade function in order, and this grade function will help us to attach properly the label on a proper space. Okay, so you must have to write dot grid. Although we can, with the help of this grid function, we can change the position of the label, but at this time we are not going to do it. Now we are declaring one variable that is called as v1. So v1 is equal to int where. Now what sort of function it is? Obviously we know that v1 is a variable. We are assigning a function to the variable, and why it is so? Because int variable is declaring this variable named as v1 as the of integer type. Okay, so v1 is of integer type. Okay, it is not going to take some like string thing or any other thing like that. So this is, now we will write our check button. So we will write check button. Now this check button is a function from the tkinter library. So we will write check button, and where it needs to be placed on the what's called is the on the canvas. Okay, so we will write check button root, check button. So root is our GUI on which our check button will lie, and we will write what needs to be written here. So text is equal to, we can write here Kate. Okay, we can write here Kate. Okay, we can write here Kate. Now, and where and what sort of variable it has? So we will write variable is equal to v1. Okay, variable is equal to v1 dot grade is again the function for positioning this, to position this check button. Okay, now this is our what's called as the first check button. Now we will go for one thing. Now we will also introduce one what is called as the push button. So we will write button, and for what we are going to draw this button, because we want to see the status of this check button. Okay, so we can go for like what's called as the button for a push button. So button is again a function, not a variable. Okay, so button is a function. We will write here like root, because it must be on what's called as the must be on the root GUI. Now text what needs to be written on the function, we will write it show, and command is equal to where underscore states. Okay, so we will write here command is equal to, okay, I will explain now, where or v underscore states. Now what is v underscore states? It is a function. It is a function to which when the button is pressed, command will search where is this function. Okay, so either there is function, no there isn't, so we have to make one function named as def v underscore states. And why we are writing this def? Because you have to define a function v underscore states, and we will write colon here. We will write colon here, def underscore states. Now we will write print. We will write Kate is present, that either a person is having Kate or not. Kate is present, colon, and comma v1 dot get. Okay, now what will happen? Now obviously v1 get is a variable that is associated with what's called as the check button. So whenever check button is having tick or it is being clicked, then obviously variable 1 is having some 1 in it. Okay, that is true or 1 in it. Okay, and when it is not checked, it is false. This variable is false. So we can see that it is variable 1 and all these things. So v1 dot get, and if it is if the check button is clicked, then it will get present as true. Okay, and if it is not, get 1 is present is 0 or false. So it is like that. Okay, so now in the last we will write main dot loop. Okay, main dot loop. Okay, why it is giving some sort of like this expected. Okay, yes, you have to write some two brackets in it. Okay, here. So it's a main loop, so it is not main dot loop, it is main loop, like this. Okay, so now we will run it out. Now we can see that our checkbox is there and all these things are there. So okay, let me make it a little bit big so that you can properly see it. Yes, like this. Now whenever we will click Kate and we will press show, Kate is present is 1, and when we are not going to check it, now you can see that it is giving 0 and 1 value. So in this way you can use the check button within the Python tkinter GUI. So hopefully you got the concept. So thanks for visiting our channel and don't forget to subscribe.